Today at Commander Replay, we take a look at Akiri and Bruse as we match up against some high-power decks in Etali, Momir, and Thass. Find out who wins next on Commander Replay. I want to thank my awesome Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you want to help support the channel and vote on which decks I play next, feel free to check out my Patreon at the link below. And be sure to use the TCG affiliate player link as it helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Welcome back, everyone. Playing some more Akiri Lineslinger and Bruse Tarl today. Testing some new changes to the deck. Oh, let's see what we got. We've got 2 lands. We've got Paradise Mantle, the Talisman, a Thaumatic Compass, and a Sun Titan. This seems good enough to me. Let's keep that. All right, there's a Boros Charm on our first turn. Should be helpful at some point. Let's get the Sacred Foundry in. No, we can go untapped. Get the Paradise Mantle. And pass the turn like that. Here comes an Elvish Mystic for opponent. Attali laid down a turn 1 Volakut. We'll need to be careful of that if the game goes long. Sapphire Medallion for the Thass. That's going to speed them up. That's actually a thing. Quick Thass is not where I want to be. There's a Hall of Heliod's Generosity. I was kind of hoping for colored mana, but what can you do? Play the Hall of Heliod's Generosity. Play the Talisman. And we'll pass turn like that. Here comes Sakura Tribe-Elder for the Momir opponent. Take a look at what our opponents are playing, by the way. First up, we have Bright New Era piloting Momir Vig, Simic Visionary. Whenever you cast a green creature spell, search for a creature, put it on top of your library. Whenever you cast a blue creature spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it into your hand. So if you cast a Simic creature, tutor a creature into your hand. Pretty good card, a lot of combos there. Don't remember what they are. I don't see Momir Vig enough to know, but when you can get like any creature you want, there's many things you can do. Here comes Thass into play, and Thass being piloted by GVR. He's been working on this deck for a little bit, and had a few games where it just locked me out. Once it starts tapping stuff down, and once it starts blinking bounce-type creatures, it's a real problem. And then finally, we've got Mockfire piloting Etali Primal Storm, commander that everyone's probably seen at least once by now. Etali attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. You get to cast it for free. Etali is Value City. By the time they attack 2, maybe a 3rd time with it, you're probably in some trouble. So keeping Etali off the board is very important. Ooh, that's a Treasure Nabber. Treasure Nabber is so bad. Oh no, our deck is like all artifacts. Ugh. Well, we draw a Winter Orb. Once we get into position, that card can help us lock the game up. Play the Darksteel Citadel. We definitely need to get Akiri into play. Are we on Bruse? We have Bruse mana. I think I'm on Akiri Thaumatic Compass, maybe? So go white, red. Akiri into play. Opponent borrows our Talisman. Interesting. The Paradise Mantle does not tap for mana. The creature does, so that's actually a good thing. Play the Thaumatic Compass right here. Oh, yep, opponent's going to get to borrow our Darksteel Citadel. They're probably on Attali next turn. Play this Compass. Uncage the Menagerie for opponent. Search your library for up to X creature cards with different names. Each have converted mana cost X. Reveal and put them into your hand. Interesting. There's one you don't see that much of. Goes for a Arbor Elf. Panharmonicon for the Thasso. That's bad. Thasso trigger, no targets. Opponent on 5. Hopefully they don't have another land in hand. Gilded Lotus. They went Gilded Lotus first. Hammer of Purphoros. Oh, hey now. I mean, I don't want to blow up the artifacts. That's not a thing that I want to do. Opponent's going to attack Glenn with the Treasure Nabber. Yep. We get our stuff back into play. That pumps up Akiri's power. There's a Mask of Memory. I think that's going to be a pretty good thing right here. Ideally, I'd also like to trigger the Thaumatic Compass. With the Gilded Lotus, Winter Orb's not happening right now. We got Mana Dorks, and we got a Gilded Lotus, and we don't have any way to get ahead, so Winter Orb's probably going to get discarded. Let's try to do this in the way that makes the most sense. We don't have to lose our stuff right away. Play the Mask of Memory. Well, I guess it's just happening. Use the Darksteel Citadel. Put a Mask of Memory on Akiri. Think I'm going to attack Attali right here. Mask of Memory will trigger. Draw. There's a land. That's what I was looking for. Okay, discard Winter Orb. That's just not where we want to be right now. Opponent takes a hit for 4. Play the Mountain. Going to put Paradise Mantle on the Akiri. Leaves us with 2 mana. We can Boros Charm if we need to. Here comes Momir Vig into play. It's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. Wouldn't mind a Jit or a Fire and Ice. Here comes a Pondering Mage. Enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library, then put them back in any order so opponent can ponder twice. Tenza almost puts me back on the Winter Orb plan. But, I don't know, that's like 2 turns away. A lot of things can go wrong in that time. Ooh. Opponent Thasses on the Pondering Mage. It triggers 2 more times. Opponent's hand's going to be good and full. That all seems bad. Here comes Etali. Yep. See what happens. It's got haste. Treasure Nabber into Momir Vig. Oh, I would love it if Momir Vig blocks. Etali into... I didn't see where that Etali's attacking. Trigger on the stack, though. Pure Steel Paladin, Crystal Ball, Watcher for Tomorrow, and Eternal Witness. Nothing in their graveyard, so that one's not too bad, but lots of creatures, lots of blockers. Yeah, here we go. We have Homeward Path in this deck. Maybe we need to destroy big creatures. Ooh, yeah, destroy big creatures on Austere Command. That seems like a place to be. Doesn't kill the Treasure Nabber. Maybe we need to. Maybe we just need to go all creatures. Crystal Ball for opponent. Yep. Because if we get all creatures, we could theoretically get the Pure Steel Paladin back with Sun Titan at some point. Hideaway and the Watcher for Tomorrow. Opponent's on 8 mana right now. They could theoretically recast Attali next turn if we wipe the board. Opponent's going to scry with the Crystal Ball, sure. Raise it back to our turn. There's a land. Lands are good. We're on 7 mana. A Mana Rock could mean Austere Command and Boros Charm. I think I'm going to swing into... Momir Vig is a combo deck, probably. But if we wipe the board... I'm going to swing into Glenn. Glenn's got a lot of cards. I don't think he's going to block with the Pondering Mage. No, he blocked with Pondering Mage. Okay, Pondering Mage down. Well, that changes things. Now there's only 2 creatures above 4 CMC for the Austere Command. It's Momir and Etali. Oh, I know what we could do. We could Sun Titan this turn. Sun Titan Winter Orb. And that shuts off a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. That pretty much, that should make only like Attali the threat, I think. That would then buy us time with the Sun Titan. Attali just staying in play is not amazing. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't think I like the Winter Orb thing right here. In all likelihood, I mean, Attali's the threat, so Glenn probably has to do stuff to, like, bounce Attali or something like that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe we're back and just wipe the board. So, a Pondering Mage goes down. Play the Flooded Strand, crack the Flooded Strand. Maybe I'm on Sun Titan, get the fetch? Maybe we just need mana. But Momir Vig, Momir Vig makes me so nervous. Get a Plateau. I'm going to go for the Sun Titan. I'm going to force opponents to interact with us, as opposed to the other way around. Next turn, we can go Boros Charm, Austere Command, and that's a pretty good place to be. Oh, you know what? Winter Orb. Winter Orb. Winter Orb stops everything except Attali. I'm fine with it. Here we go. Winter Orb time. I don't know how I ended up back on this, but we're back on Winter Orb. I just feel like the Austere Command wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So opponent gets to tap 1 land. The Winter Orb thing also makes counterspells really difficult. Opponents are going to want to do other things with their mana as opposed to hold up counters, so... Opponent's going to untap a forest, yep. Here comes a Genesis Hydra, X2. They'll get to search for a creature and put it on top. Reclamation Sage, maybe? Try to deal with the orb. Bane of Progress would be terrible. Reveals a Priest of Titania. Yeah, that's a good one under a Winter Orb block. Ooh, Genesis Hydra is going to put the Priest of Titania. Where does it put it? Puts it onto the battlefield. All right, there's a priest coming in. Oh, opponent's going to Curse of Swine. Yeah, that hurts. Okay. So, Sun Titan gets exiled, and Akiri gets exiled. That's the Spite Swine right there. Opponent was mad that I played the orb. Yeah, I mean, when you're just trying to, like, value into Oblivion, then, you know. Winter Orb stops that stuff. Winter Orb says you need a board state, and we unfortunately do not have the best board state. Ooh, it's a Sword of the Animist for opponent. You know, Sword of the Animist is good. Less good under a Winter Orb. They get to draw off the Pure Steel Paladin, though. That's cool, and they'll have a free equip. I guess the choice is going to be easy now, though, of just blow up all the creatures. Hopefully nothing too disastrous happens off this Attali. So Attali swinging into the Momir Vig. Everything into Momir Vig. Sword of the Animist, Attali will trigger. Wouldn't mind like an Ancient Tomb or a Mana Vault off the top. Could use a bit more mana right here. Maybe even just one land, an untapped land I think might be enough. That's a Valakut. Valakut's now active. Gonna shoot the Momir Vig, that's a pretty good idea. Oh no, that's an Immortal Sun. Immortal Sun into play. Land tax, I bet that's ours. Yep, that's ours. I wouldn't mind a land tax, that would have been nice. Get some lands. Oh, that's an Embercleave. Someone's about to die. Well, maybe not just about to die, but it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be pretty bad. Attach it to the Attali. Oh, I really want to go on artifacts. Opponent goes down to 12. 18 commander damage from Attali. Oh my, we only get to untap 1 land. Well, now we're boned. Forgot about that. We can... does tapping a land to get a land help us? Not really. Let's put a Mask of Memory on the board. Mask of Memory on the board. Swing into Glen. Need to get some card draw going. Mask of Memory will trigger.
Use the ability. Mountain Crush Contraband. That's interesting. Crush Contraband gives us the ability to remove our Winter Orb, which could be relevant. Discard the Tenza for right now. Sure, we'll find a way to get it back. Play the Mountain. Yeah, we'll see what Momir is going to do. They're going to have to answer Etali, so that is what it is. Opponent's going to play Neo Form. Are we just dead? I feel like that's a card that kills you. Sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card. Convert a mana cost +1. Put it onto the battlefield. Ooh, it's like a single Birthing Pod trigger. Reclamation Sage, probably on the orb down. Problem worked itself out. Here comes a Duskwatch Recruiter, yep. Opponent's going to activate the Duskwatch, look at the top 3. Here comes a Venser. Venser does not necessarily stop the Etali right here. Probably also have to get, like, the Hammer. So going to bounce Etali. Going to bounce the Immortal Sun. Spellseeker. Ooh, Spellseeker's bad. That's a counter spell. It's not great. I guess I could counter Etali. That's a Cyclonic Rift. Ugh. Card is nasty. Opponent's going to blink the Venser. 2 Venser targets. Let's see where they want to go. Going to blink Hammer and the Embercleave. Sounds good to me. So move Etali back a little bit. Valakut. Let's see where this goes. This might hit some Glenn's stuff. Yeah, going to shoot the Spellseeker. Down with that. Here comes the Hammer back to play. Yep. Opponent's going to counterspell that. Ooh. Doesn't want a part of the Hammer. Ooh, opponent's going to Pyroblast the counterspell. Nice. Nice. This is going to make an interesting dynamic because I've been doing the math. So right now there's only small creatures in play for Austere Command, and Attali will put a single big creature into play that like probably needs to be dealt with. If no Attali comes in, then you're talking about a situation where we go like small creatures artifacts and try to Boros Charm. So here comes Attali with haste. Free equip, Sword of the Animist on Attali. Yep, that's bad news. Ooh, we can get that Embercleave back too. It's bad. That is bad. Do they kill Bright New Era? Sword of the Animist and Etali will trigger. See what opponent hits. Embercleave into play. Pure Steel Paladin will trigger. It's supposed to be our Pure Steel Paladin right there. Treasure Nabber doing some work this game. I guess we're playing an artifact deck, so that's just what's going to happen. Embercleave on the Etali. Going to be a pretty big hit. Is that lethal on Glenn? Oh, that might be. That's 16. He can block 1. Yeah, I think that's exactly 21. Valakut trigger. See where this goes. Onto the Duskwatch Recruiter. Reality... Ooh, hey now. Reality Shift on Titania. Biomancer's Familiar into play. Worn Power Stone. I bet that's mine. It could be theirs. Could be theirs. I don't know if I run Worn Power Stone in this deck. We lost the Misfell Plains on top. That's fine. Don't need Misfell Plains right now. Maybe nice later, but at this moment, it's not what we're looking for. Oh, we were getting attacked with the 2-1. Oh, could have blocked that. Whoops. Did not notice that. Opponent's going to block with the Spellseeker. Glenn goes down. 22 commander damage. Watcher for tomorrow. Leaves play. Opponent will get the Hideaway trigger. Yeah, there's a problem. Is that opponent can just recast that Etali? That's a Strip Mine. Play the Strip Mine. Might need to shoot that Valakut eventually. Got 8 mana currently. Exactly enough for Austere Command and Boros Charm. Oh, you want to what? Thaumatic Compass is going to flip over. Okay, now we've got a plan. Okay, so all creatures. Would have loved to have had the chance to use the Thaumatic Compass and grab a land at some point, but that never panned out. Send the creatures in different directions. We don't want to use the Darksteel land. Then we'll be on 6 lands at our end step, and that's relevant. Opponents block both of our creatures. Yep. They all trade. Second main phase, all creatures. I'm going to tap the Strip Mine right here, even though I'd like to shoot Valakut at some point. So all the creatures go down. Anything left we can do? Anything with 2 mana? No. Pass the turn. Thaumatic Compass is going to flip over. So all the creatures getting blued up right there. Sensei's Divining Top into play for the Momir Vig. Opponent uses the top, draws with the top. Spellseeker. Opponent gets, a Pact of Negation. Spicy. Pact of Negation would stop Attali. And better yet, Pact of Negation will tap out a lot of opponents next turn. And there's always that off chance that we bring back the Winter Orb somehow. Make them die to the Pact of Negation trigger. Now, on the other hand, they could use a Pact of Negation on us. That'd be not amazing. But we finally got rid of that Treasure Nabber. Treasure Nabber just did so much work for opponent. Chaos Warp on what? Opponent's going to Chaos Warp their Worn Power Stone? What'd they hit? Fury of the Horde. Interesting. Said they misclicked. Okie dokie. I bet that was probably supposed to be on our Spires. Opponent's going to activate the Crystal Ball. Going to scry 2. We're sadly one short of this Crush Contraband. Oh, that's an Ulamog. Oh my. Well, that's going to be a problem. That seems worth a pact. Opponent's going to exile our spires. Float the mana. Opponent let that resolve. It's not good. Opponent said they can live from it. I mean, sure, but what about the one after it? Opponent going after the Momir Vig. All right. Work is cut out for us. Opponent's going to lose 20 cards from their library into exile. Sure, they lost a whole bunch of good things. Kira, Phantasmal Image, blocks with the 1/1. Yeah, it doesn't have trample. Why not? We currently don't have any haste, which I don't love. That's a Cavalier of Dawn. Okay, Cavalier can kill something. Embercleave is a problem. Hammer's a problem. Oh, we have Crush Contraband. All right. So we can potentially hit 3 targets. How much mana do we have? We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts us one short of doing both, which I think means Thran Dynamo. You know, Paradise Mantle is not doing what I had hoped this game. Still one short of everything. We already cast Akiri this game. Yep, Akiri is 4. I think it's going to be a good idea to play this one. We need a creature. We really need a creature into play. And I tap my lands in a way that is not helpful. Okay, I think I've got a plan. You know what? We need a creature in play. I'm going to go for Bruse, because we need to draw cards more than we need to do anything else. So Bruse comes in, targets itself. Use the one floating, put the Mask of Memory on there. Strip mine the Volakut. And, well, I guess we've got one left. Might as well. I mean, it's not going to do much because we need to be attacking with Bruse, but put the Paradise Mantle on there just in case. See what opponents got. They might counter the Etali. Opponent passes with all their mana up. Is that 6 mana? So they're just going to sit on Pact of Negation for Attali, I think. No, because I don't know what they're doing. Don't know what they got. Oh, opponent has a Fury of the Horde on top. Can they exile 2 cards and cast Attali and do all this stuff? Equip Embercleave onto Ulamog. Okay. It's an 11/11 with double strike, haste, and trample. Hardcast Fury of the Horde. Hardcast Attali. Pact of Negation on Attali. Fury of the Horde's a problem. Opponent coming into the Ulamog. Do they have a plan? Ooh, nice. 2-mana mode on Rift. They're going to lose 20 more cards out of their library. Nice. Okay. I mean, it's looking like Bruse is going to get in. Oh, that's a Goblin Engineer. We don't have haste. We're going to hold off on that Goblin Engineer for a moment. Go to combat with Bruse. Get some card draw here. Go to combat. Double strike lifelink on itself. Mask of Memory will trigger. See what we draw. Ooh, Champion's Helm, Steel Shaper's Gift. Those are cards. What are we discarding? Champion's Helm is power, which I like. How much mana do we have for Steel Shaper's Gift? Because Sunforger is obviously a thing. Maybe we don't need the Goblin Engineer, but Goblin Engineer can get back that Winter Orb, and that Winter Orb can do... Ooh, we can also go Steel Shaper's Gift, Goblin Engineer, Winter Orb, and then everyone's boned. I guess it's Champion's Helm. Champion's Helm into the grave. Mask of Memory will trigger. Aetherflux... Oh, that's an Aetherflux Reservoir. And a Chandra Torch of Defiance. Oh my. So many good cards. Sadly, we're down to 42. Aetherflux not a contender in this moment. I mean, I feel like I'm okay without the Boros Charm? That can't be right? I guess it's the Boros Charm. Maybe Chandra. Maybe Chandra was the right one. But yeah, so if we go Steel Shaper's Gift, get Swiftfoot Boots, or do we have Lightning Greaves? No Lightning Greaves. Swiftfoot Boots. Play Swiftfoot Boots. Play Goblin Engineer. Goblin Engineer will trigger. Let's get a Feast and Famine into the graveyard, since we're going for Winter Orb. Boots onto Goblin Engineer. Use the Winter Orb. Try to not use all of our lands right here. Sacrifice an artifact. We'll sacrifice the Darksteel Citadel. Bring back the Winter Orb. Pass like that. Ooh, nice. Opponent had just enough mana left up for the Pact of Negation. But Pact of Negation into Winter Orb means probably GG. Opponent plays a Forest. Opponent's going to play an Otepec Huntmaster. Yeah. It's a 1/2 with haste. It is a blocker. It is a very annoying blocker. Opponent's going to scry 2. Oh, actually, okay, so we get to untap 1 land. There's a Tithe. It's not awful. If we were to get something that buffs Bruce's power just a little bit, he would do 6 damage right now. If we can get him to, 10 damage? Yeah, we need to get 10 damage out of Bruse, so there'd be 5 power. We can Aetherflux Reservoir and just get the win that way. So we go 4 to get that, 1 to get a sword in, 2 to... Yeah, okay, that seems like it works. So play Aetherflux Reservoir. Should probably be like a little bit careful about a burn spell from the red opponent. Let's Goblin Engineer on Tenza. Actually, let's go... Champion's Helm makes it hexproof. Tenza gets us a little bit of extra life. Should take us out of red of the burn spell. I think I like that. Pay a red. Sacrifice an artifact. Sacrifice the Paradise Mantle. Not doing much for us. Equip Tenza. Swing into Bright New Era. Bruse on itself. Opponent goes to 6. We go to 47. Mask of Memory triggers. Discard all his dust. Doesn't seem like it's that helpful. Opponent goes down. They go to 0. Mask of Memory. We get some lands. Discard a land. Go to main phase 2. Play a land. I'm going to play the Signet first, just so we get a little bit of life gain, just in case random burn spell. We don't know. There's an Aetherflux trigger. And Aetherflux opponent in the face. Opponent saying GG. Bam, there it is. That was a good match. We got beaten down pretty hard in the middle there when Glenn fired off the spiteful, the one that turns them all into swines. I can't remember the name of it now. Without taking out the Etali of all things. So, like, if Attali goes down there, it's not as big of a deal. But with Attali staying in, it's a really big problem for everyone. I messed up around that turn. I really should, instead of the Sun Titan Winter Orb play, I think I really should have just gone for the Austere Command right there. I had a lot of conflicted thoughts about what could happen, and a lot of it depended on what our opponents did. If we untap with the Sun Titan right there, or if we go Sun Titan land, I think we're also probably much safer. But the fact that we didn't cause some problems, but... yeah, the deck's been performing well in the few games that I've played with it so far, and this was one of the slower games. You know what? I felt like Paradise Mantle really wasn't carrying its weight, so Springleaf Drum is much superior as that kind of cheap, fast mana type of card. So that one's coming out. There's all kinds of stuff we could add into this deck. I had to cut so many things just to get this deck down to size. What did I cut from this deck? See if I can try and remember. Do we have Key to the City? Key to the City is a pretty good one. No Key to the City. We've got Fleet Feather Sandals. We've got Tenza. Ooh, Onaganada, not on the deck. Maybe we want Onaganada. Maybe we want a Treasure Nabber after the work. I'm going to try a Treasure Nabber. It did some pretty serious work. You know what's not in the deck? Dockside Extortionist. I don't have in the deck currently. I'm going to go with the Nabber for now. We'll see what happens. There's any number of reasons why you could say one's better than the other and, you know, what they do here and there. It's a tough call, quite honestly. Could also add a Thalia. I need to get Thalia into the deck, too. Maybe that's the one we want. Yeah, you know what? Over Treasure Nabber, I think I'd rather have Thalia Heretic Cathar. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. Thank you for watching.